Communicating upstream, the challenge is simple. Leaders are pressed for time and are constantly scanning for risk, ROI, and what requires their action. So we have a visual here, and the top of the triangle has 3 filters labeled time, risk, and ROI. Everything you share will be processed through those lenses. If you bring executives a wall of detail, they'll tune out. If you bring them insights, clear, contextual, and decision useful, they'll tune in. That doesn't mean hiding complexity, but synthesizing it. For example, a comms manager at a global logistics firm reframed a 14-slide employee engagement deck into 3 top-line risks and opportunities with supporting data as backup. The COO's comment, "Now I know where to act." Confidence here isn't about how loud or forceful you are. It's about clarity. Executives often interpret hesitation as a lack of preparation, but if you can say, "Based on our analysis, I recommend path A because it balances reputational risk with ROI," you project both confidence and executive influence. So this visual reinforces that idea. The clutter falls away at the bottom, leaving only a crisp, clear message at the top that passes through the filters. Ultimately, you're thinking about how you reframe your message so senior leaders can act on it. Here we have a 3-tiered stack. At the bottom, we see raw information, long reports, data dumps, and context that's important but overwhelming. The middle tier shows reframed options, structured into 3 clear choices with pros and cons. At the very top is the recommendation, a crisp call to action tied directly to business priorities. Why 3 options? Because it provides breadth without overwhelming choice, and it signals you've considered alternatives. Consider a communications lead at a multinational consumer brand who prepared the CEO briefing on a product launch risk. Instead of presenting 12 pages of risks, she distilled it into 3 scenarios: delay launch with lower risk, launch with moderate risk and comms mitigation, or accelerate launch with high upside but higher exposure. Each had ROI projections and reputational trade-offs. She then stated her recommendation. Option 2 balances speed and risk, and here's why. The CEO agreed within minutes. This reframing demonstrates influence because it shifts your role from messenger to trusted advisor. You're not only clarifying what's happening, you're shaping what should happen, anchored in the organization's strategic goals. So, think of a time you presented too much detail to senior leaders. How could you have reframed it into 3 options? And which of the 3 techniques, leading with so what, 3-option framing, or linking to business priorities, do you find most difficult?